Hi everyone, back in the 1980s there was a TV series all about changing robots. No, not Transformers, not this one. There was another series, not quite as popular and probably on the other channel. It was of course GoBots. Everybody loved GoBots. Anyhow, they had a bad guy. His name was Cy-Kill, he was a motorbike and he had a beard. Yeah, he had a beard. Anywho, skip forward 20 years and in 2007 they stuck Cy-Kill in a comic. There he is, look, getting stabbed in the heart by Megatron. And there he is again, getting stabbed. And there is the hole in his heart. And there is the big hole. And yeah, he weren't happy. Anyhow, the IDW writers had this idea of popping these little cameo roles in for the GoBot figures, and I absolutely loved it. Now, Unique Toys have cottoned onto this, and they've based a figure solely on this guy who appeared in just one comic, and I love it. And here he is, Salmoore DX9 Unique Toys Cy-Kill. Instantly impressed by the box. It's beautiful, absolutely stunning, really high coloured visuals. You've got Night Rod Special, and you've got the Weibo address up the top here. You've got some lingo thing here. I have no idea what that means, but hey, it's there. Side of the box, we've kind of got this retro Neo Salmoore logo. Flipping around to the back, we've got Salmoore in person. You've got a sneak peek at what's to come. I think that's the little legend size Ironhide and Blur, don't quote me on that. And you've got a cracking little bit of a bio on here as well. Here it is if you want a chance to read. And there's a picture of him in his motorcycle mode. Bottom of the box we've got a warning label, and top of the box 15+ Salmoore. Let's crack this guy open and take a look. Straight out of the box he comes in this lovely plastic shell. Note to yourselves, the box is extremely heavy. It's a really thick box, so yeah, pretty solid. He comes with a card, as per most figures these days. Really nice touch to that, kind of the 80s Transformer look, very glossy. On the back there, you've got the bio, again, using the same sort of pictures on there. It's actually a really thick card, that one. Is there two there? No, it's just a really thick card. You also get a set of instructions, and we get some really nice accessories with them. Alright, Salmoore's accessories are as follow. You've got this really nice rubber tyre with this hard plastic shell casing, which does pop off. These spikes are extremely sharp, hence the 15+ warning on this. Obviously it's all PVC and ABS plastic, so it's not like the resin ones which are quite soft. These are actually very sharp. I mean, whoop, in print. And he comes with two exhaust guns. Basically you flip the handle up on these guns, which is probably easier said than done because I have no nails. There we go. And you can just slide this section out, and you've got a couple of rifles. Do the same with both, or you can also have the rifle kind of closed, make it slightly smaller, but I do like it fully extended like so. Just taking a look around the figure, I have to be honest with you, this is probably the best figure I've ever seen from Unique Toys. The detailing on him is absolutely incredible. He genuinely looks like he's ripped directly from that IDW comic, and I absolutely love it. Initial thoughts on build quality. I tell you what, Unique Toys have really impressed me of late. They've gone from having the Warlord figures, which I weren't keen on. They felt thin, flimsy, very back to basics. You then had Mania King. He was a huge step up. And then we had Blaster, can't think of his name, but I've got him anyway. And he was a great advance. And then I've got this guy, and he feels like a really expensive third-party figure. I mean, we're talking TFC quality of plastic, really tight joints, and the level of detail is phenomenal. Whilst we're on the topic of detailing and joints, I'm just going to cover the articulation because it does vary slightly when we start adding on his accessories. The head has got a marvellous range of movement. You can look left, right, up, down, all the way around. You have got a shoulder kind of swivel outwards because you've got this kind of chest plate here. Now I would like a small peg just here, just to peg this in, because the actual shoulder itself is on a separate hinge as well, so you can move it up, down, left, right, to and from. You have an upper bicep swivel. You have a really deep double jointed elbow. You have a wrist swivel, Mania King haters. You have got a waist swivel. We've got really crazy range of movement on the legs. You've got an upper thigh swivel. You've got a ridiculously deep knee joint. You use it for the transformation, so we've got such depth there. We have got an ankle pivot, a rocker to and from. This guy is absolutely packed. Now, popping on his IDW styled accessories for his gladiatorial fight, just pop these onto the pegs on the arms. Come around and do it on the other side. There we go. It's just this small pin pegs in like so. There we go. Now, I'll cover the articulation just again on these shoulders because it is hindered slightly. So you don't have as big a range on the lift up because it's now hindered by these shoulder blocks. And again, the bicep swivel is kind of hindered as well. You can't rotate the arm out very far. You can rotate it in, but then this side of the kind of forearm then gets hit. So it does limit it just slightly. But man, does that not look awesome? Having this guy loaded up with his weapons and accessories, he looks fantastic. He is a true brute of a figure. Absolutely love it. I honestly do. I can't sing this figure's praises enough. I mean, level of detail wise, they've even gone as far as using rubber on this foot here and along the front of the toes because it forms the seat for the bike mode. The cannons look absolutely cracking, and he's just an all-round amazing figure. Could possibly be my favourite third-party figure I own. Awesome. Just taking a closer look at the detailing, the face sculpt on that is absolutely perfect. That is Cy-Kill down to a T. Really loving the chest moulding here and the paint applications. Love the fact that there's actually kind of a light piped chest section where you get the light coming in from behind, it actually shines directly through there. I like how these back sections here, although they are folded in and it is a hollow back, it actually pads it out and it doesn't look hollow from the side. Really nice, simplistic detailing around the waist, but it's enough. It's, you know, they've captured the figure really, really well. Very, very impressed. Here he is, just as a quick scale comparison. I'm just really impressed with the overall plastic quality and how they really do seem to be upping the game. I mean, Mania King at the back there, he's a brilliant figure, but he's very thin and very light. And he's a big chunky monkey. Whether you call this guy a Transformer or a GoBot, he does transform, and that's one of the key selling points. Unfortunately, there is a small bit of parts forming involved, but it's very minor in my opinion. Just a matter of popping these wheels off, popping these guns out, and that's it. We can pop those back on as we complete the transformation. Right, step one, if you just grab the rubber tyre, holding on to the back plastic section, just wiggle it forward and the tyres do come off and become separate. Transformation was legs together, knees bent, arms down. That was about it, wasn't it? Now, in all seriousness, right, we're going to start with the back of the figure. What I've done here, I've just folded this back section out. You need to come around, just get your finger under there, fold it out. It's quite tight, but it is pinned in nicely. Fold it out like so. So it's, you want to bring it all the way out until it doesn't go any further, like so. And then you want to just fold his head back into the body like so. Right, applying pressure to his hands, just push it backwards. And you can then swivel the fist all the way over again and just close that back up. Do that with both sides. Right, come around to the back section here, and what you've got to do, you've got to fold the arm kind of round on itself, and you want to end up with this section facing forward. Now it's going to hit this section here unless you do it, kind of just go up and over. You don't want to get the chrome scratched. So once this section's in, you can just rotate it round like so, and these two here do plug together. Now there is clearance issues here. As you notice, I've scraped the plastic slightly here. It's completely my fault. I've forced it through. You should have applied pressure on here, bending it out slightly more, and then this section will fit in nicely. Going around to the front, pull this section forward so it fills this void. Next step is to rotate this section here. First into this position, and then this whole section here can fold around like so. I also want to rotate this leg section around, just move it up for now. And we're going to take a look at this foot. The foot itself, hold on to this leg section here. I'm going to rotate the actual foot section around, and that folds down like so. So it's now facing inwards. Unpeg this section here and fold it outwards, and then these handlebars can just flip out, and you want to just pull this up and rotate this section around like so. Making sure this foot is now facing upwards, you can basically just bend the knee back on itself and it should collapse in. You can just angle these correctly and they should plug in. Let's just move that up slightly, and there we go, they're plugged in nicely, and then we can just move those down like so. Starting to come together. Come around to this other leg, you want to have it so this section is facing down, so you want to use the whole of that thigh joint there. Basically this entire leg section here kind of unfolds on itself, so you want to open it up like so. This seat wants to switch round like so, and then this section here needs to end up on the bottom, so we want to rotate it at the thigh. Is it going to rotate anywhere else? Yeah, that is the thigh section that rotates. And then it's basically going to fold and collapse. Right, there's a small red tab just under here. I push that down, like so. That then frees up this joint here. That can now slide all the way down here. This section can pull all the way up. This can flip up here, this can flip up here. And there's a peg just on top here and a peg just on the top of the seat. And rocking this forward. If I've lined it up properly, that should slide in like so. And now we can just do the finishing touches. Just pop the light down, make sure the headrest guard light thing is up. These need to be pointing downwards. You need to make sure the mud guard at the back is up. Make sure these two sections here are down as well. We can then grab the wheels and we're going to put those on over these black sections here. So you want to just kind of split them apart. They're fairly flexible. It's just a matter of lining it up and pegging it in on both sides like that. And there's plenty of ample clearance there for the wheels to spin. Let's do the same on the back end. Just line it up. Peg it in one, come around to the other side and just sort that side out, and two, and just make sure that it's clear of obstructions. There we go. Lovely jubbly. Really coming together. Wow, this is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. Put the handlebars out, pull this section forward like so, and then we just got to get the exhaust sorted. We can put the kickstand down for now. That just flips down like so, and we can just rest that out of the way. Get your guns. You want to fold those in like so, and you want to extend this section here. This little nozzle bit is going to poke into here. So what we're going to do, we plug the exhaust in like so, and then we slide this out like that, and there we have one beefy chrome exhaust. Make sure you just flick the gun handles in to complete the exhaust aesthetic, and there we go. One truly magnificent vehicle mode. Here we have a nice 360 of the bike mode, and it is honestly gorgeous. It's a really nice bike. It's almost like some Transformers you get have a really good vehicle mode, and the bot mode kind of is sacrificed to give you that good vehicle mode. And vice versa, sometimes you have a really great bot mode and the vehicle mode's a bit half-hearted. They've done a sterling job with both on this, and it just looks incredible. I am so happy with this. Would I like some form of storage for these? I haven't found anywhere yet. Maybe I could probably put them on the outside of the wheels. Possibly, not entirely sure that would work though. Which is a shame. But then again, if you got yourself another Salmoore or maybe a Junkion, you could have these on their shields or have them on their arms as they're riding on these guys. I mean, this is a really big bike. Just to give you guys an idea of scale. Okay, yeah, maybe it's a little bit too small for him, but it's a big bike. I mean, generally you get your G.I. Joes, anything along the kind of 3/4 scale figures, 3 3/4 scale figures, they're all going to fit on this guy. And I mean, there's a Grimlock G.I. Joe out at the moment, and I think something like him would look phenomenal on this bike. Whether you're a GoBot fan, or an IDW fan, or just a fan of third-party products, Salmoore is a must. I can't recommend this guy enough. For myself and DX09 Salmoore, GoBot, aka Cy-Kill, thanks for watching. Goodbye.